Your $400 car payment isn't costing you $400. It's costing you $70,000. And you won't notice until it's too late, because the payment feels small, manageable. That's how they designed it. That $400 a month? It isn't transportation, it isn't convenience, it isn't freedom. It's a silent transfer of your future to someone else's balance sheet. And the dangerous part? It feels responsible. It feels adult. It feels like progress. That's how the trap works. 3 years ago, Tom signed a lease for $412 a month. He didn't feel reckless. He didn't feel manipulated. He felt smart. He did the math in his head while the finance manager printed the paperwork. That's basically $13 a day. $13. 2 coffees, lunch, and a drink. An impulse Amazon order. No big deal. He drove home, gripping the steering wheel a little tighter than necessary. The interior still smelled new. The screen lit up like something from the future. He felt like he'd leveled up, like his life had officially started. What he didn't calculate wasn't the payment. It was what the payment would quietly eliminate from his life. 3 years later, the number wasn't $15,000. That's what he thought it was. The real number was closer to $24,000. Insurance that had to be full coverage. Servicing that had to be dealership approved. Fees folded in so cleanly he barely noticed them. Fuel costs slightly higher every month. $24,000 gone. And he still didn't own the car. It was worth about $14,000. With 2 years left, that $400 monthly investment? Imagine its growth. Over $70,000 in 20 years. $70,000. From one signature. In one quiet room. No alarm, no warning. Just auto-pay. Tom had 2 friends, Marcus and David. Marcus, his coworker, was the informed one. He'd done his research, watched the reviews, compared the trims, read the forums. He negotiated $200 off the monthly payment. He told the story at dinner like someone who'd beaten the system. They wanted $600. I got them to $412. Everyone nodded. That's what winning looks like in the showroom. Then there is David. Tom met David at a work seminar. David didn't say much. He drove a 7-year-old sedan. No touchscreen, no ambient lighting, no monthly payment. He'd paid cash. 3 years into Tom's lease, life moved, as it always does. Life doesn't coordinate with your billing cycle. A dentist visit that insurance didn't fully cover. A friend's wedding flight he couldn't avoid. A laptop that died during a busy month at work. The $412 loomed. A looming threat. It withdrew. Every time. Tom called Marcus. Marcus said, "Look into refinancing. Rates might be better now." Refinancing. Lower the payment, extend the timeline, stretch the commitment. Tom hung up feeling exactly as stuck. He called David. David said, "Let's meet at the cafe. 1 table, 1 overhead light, 1 napkin." David asked one question. "Do you know what that car's actually cost you?" Tom ran the number he thought he knew. David ran the full one. They sat with $24,000 on the napkin between them. It didn't look like a car anymore. It looked like a trade. "But that's not the number that matters," David said. "Here's what the showroom never says. A car payment isn't a purchase. It's a hierarchy decision. Prioritize payments, then savings, flexibility. You're locking a priority into place. And life doesn't ask permission before it changes. The 15th doesn't care if you're between jobs. It doesn't care if you want to take a risk. It doesn't care if something breaks. It just leaves. The real cost isn't the payment. It's the compression, the tightening, the constant awareness that a portion of your income is already gone before you even earn it. Tom didn't buy a car. He bought a version of himself. Capable, arrived, successful. He liked how people looked at it. He liked how he felt getting out of it. The monthly payment wasn't just about transportation. It was about identity. And identity is expensive. Because when the payment becomes proof of who you are, canceling it feels like downgrading yourself. The dealership understood that before Tom walked in. They don't sell cars. They sell manageable monthlies. They move the visible number just enough to make you feel victorious. The real number, the lifetime number, stays invisible. Nobody shows the 20-year projection across the desk. Nobody says, "This decision is worth $70,000 of your future." Because that version doesn't close. You don't have a spending problem. You built a structure that leaves no room. Every fixed monthly payment is a claim on your future income. Car, apartment, subscriptions, phone plan, credit card minimums. Before you think, before you invest, before you choose. Tom didn't build margin. He built obligation. He hadn't designed a financial life. He'd assembled commitments. And Marcus, this is where it gets uncomfortable. Marcus knew all of this. He could explain compound interest clearly enough to impress a room. He understood opportunity cost. He understood long-term investing. His car payment was $380 a month. And every month, that $380 contradicted what he said he valued. That gap between knowledge and behavior is expensive. Not immediately, not dramatically, quietly. It shows up 10 years later as, I thought I'd be further by now. Informed drift, knowing math, yet choosing monthly feels small. If Tom signs another lease when this one ends because that's just what you do, and carries $400 to $500 a month for 15 more years, that's not transportation. That's $70,000 that never compounds. That's options he never sees. That's margin he never feels. The dealers win, the lenders win. And Tom arrives, at 40 confused why he always felt close, but never ahead. David didn't give him a 5-step plan. He didn't suggest a hustle. He didn't shame him. He said one thing. When this lease ends, make a different decision. Then he added, between now and then, look at every fixed payment in your life and ask, is this still who I'm trying to become? Or is this a decision I made to feel like I'd already become it? He pocketed the napkin, unable to unsee the trade. Marcus asked if anyone wanted to split an Uber. David said he'd drive. You know where you are in this story. Path 1. Another showroom. Another handshake. Another manageable monthly. The $70,000 stays theoretical. Face truth. Shed ego. Gain wealth. Starts compounding. Starts building space. Starts building leverage. The car depreciates either way. The only variable is whether your future does. So what's it going to cost you to keep choosing the payment? And what might it be worth to choose differently? Your turn.